Pokemon. You know, I played them all. I played Pokemon Emerald, Platinum, Channel, but the modern Pokemon games, they're way too easy. You know, I could beat them with my eyes closed. Now, you may wonder, isn't that because you got older and smarter? Nonsense, I'm still not smart!
So that's why today I'll be doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Blue Kaizo. A Nuzlocke is a permadeath challenge where you're only allowed to catch the first Pokemon you find per area. The hardcore part means that I'm not allowed to level my Pokemon up past the next gym leader's highest level. Pokemon Blue Kaizo is a mod of Pokemon Blue, which changes the Pokemon's movesets, spawn locations, and makes it as unfair and hard as possible.
Now, you may think to yourself that, wow, I must be a really good Nuzlocker if I'm doing this difficult of a challenge.
And just like that, I begin my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke. I decided to go with Bulbasaur as my starter Pokemon, since it's the best option for the first 3 gyms. And I name him Jarmo, since it's my favorite Finnish name. That means my rival picks a Charmander. Then I have my first fight against my rival and...
Aw, zoinks!
Okay, this is a bit harder. But thankfully nothing can stop Jarmo, and we beat him easily. My first encounter of the run is a Nidoran female, and I even managed to catch it. I name it after the best CSGO player in Finland. On the next route, I actually managed to find a Squirtle. However, I might be a bit stupid and use Wine Whip on it. And it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize why it actually died.
Oh. I forgot. I forgot the fucking grass is good against water.
But not to worry, on the next route I find an Ekans and even manage to catch it. I name it Jormung after Jormungandr from Norse mythology. However, I quickly realize I hate using this snake, it's horrible. And so while training, I accidentally get it killed. However, nothing of value was lost, so we continue. And then in Viridian Forest, I get my final encounter before Brock, and it's a Pikachu, which I also managed to catch, and I name it Michael after a certain mouse. I then decide to do the optional rival fight to the west to see how powerful the trainers actually are in this game. He starts the fight with a level 9 Eevee, so I think I'll be okay for this fight. However, I quickly discover that trainers in this game love using super potions over and fucking over.
Third super potion.
Eventually, the Eevee goes down, however, his Mew has Soft Boiled, a healing move.
Come on!
But thankfully, after one more super potion, he also goes down. I of course then immediately after run into a Psyduck, get stuck, and lose Juha-Pekka. And then, with only 2 guys left, I fight a trainer in Viridian Forest who has a Venonat, which apparently knows Psybeam, a psychic type attack which are very overpowered in this generation. I barely managed to defeat the Venonat, however, the bastard still had a Paris in the back. I was powerless to stop it, and with that, I lose the challenge. But of course, you know me, nothing can keep me down. Second time's the charm, and let's go. This time, I name myself Winston, cause this time I'm gonna win. And after naming my rival, we begin the second run. I once again pick a Bulbasaur named Charmander, breeze through my rival, and then I catch a Caterpie as my first encounter. I name it Goldeen in order to confuse the enemy. Then I also catch a Nidoran male and name it Kingler. I evolve my Goldeen all the way up to a Butterfree, but then the worst thing ever happened. My encounter was a Ekans.
Fuck my life.
And unfortunately, I managed to catch it. I named it Jim after Earthworm Jim. And then my final encounter was a Kakuna, which I catch and name Terry. Then I quickly evolve him into a Beedrill, and then while training, my Butterfree learns Psybeam, and with this cast of characters, nothing can stand in my way. With Psybeam, I easily beat the hard trainer from before. And then, the final trainer in Viridian Forest had a level 10 Butterfree. Now, I was thinking, if it's level 10, it shouldn't have Psybeam yet, since my Butterfree learned it level 12. So I send in Jim, and apparently this game just cheats, okay!
I'm not fucking losing again, no!
But, with the motivation I got from Jim dying, I managed to defeat the Butterfree. I then had some passing words about Jim.
Jim died. He was loved by few and hated by many. His sacrifice was in vain, and he will not be missed.
And then finally, in order to get into Brock's gym, I have to have this trainer lead me through walls. And now, since it's boss fight time, I'll be completely original and whip out the sunglasses.
Are these Ray-Bans? No.
My strategy for Brock is to use Bulbasaur and spam Wine Whip. Nothing can go wrong.
Brock wants to fight. Goal! Oh no, I have the wrong lead! No!
Now, if you're not familiar with Pokémon, you may be wondering why I'm freaking out over this boulder-looking guy. Here are the stats between Bulbasaur and Golem.
Yep. Okay, how many full heals does he have? The third full heal? I have a feeling he has infinite full heals. Okay. Let's hope Charmander can survive this. Body Slam, okay. Okay, we didn't get what should we call it? Paralyzer. So I hope this Wine Whip one shots. What the fuck? It's been an honor. Oh no. Yep. Okay. Okay, it's gotta be Kingler now. Double kick for the win. No, that was a crit. You can't have a fully evolved Pokemon at level 15. That's cheating. Okay, first one down. Easy. Okay, Kabuto. I'm betting on it doesn't have Earthquake, so I'm safe to dig. Okay, Waterfall. That's scary. Oh, we should survive this. Yeah. Okay, you were safe from there. Chat, I'm cooked. It outspeeds... maybe range? Okay, Goldeen. So... Side beam should be pretty good. Okay, Goldeen outspeeds at least. Okay, he became confused, that's huge. Huge. Ammonite. Okay. Okay. I just think spam side beam and hope for the best. How Katanki is it? Ooh. Stun Spore? He has Blizzard! Oh no! Okay, Terry, it's all up to you. Poison Sting, please. Critical hits. Okay, we believe in Terry, come on. Heart of the cards.
Now, here I noticed that Twin Needle did a surprising amount of damage. If I can just survive the next hit, I might actually have a chance.
Okay, Waterfall, you know, as long as the... do... Oh! Oh! Well, we got halfway. Wait, fuck. Okay. Winston blacked out. Well, damn.
So, what have we learned today? This game kinda got hands. Anyways, gamers, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit like. If I get 10 likes, I'll do part 2. Subscribe so you don't miss out when I drop a new banger. And I'll see you next time.